Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those of you who are returning subscribers. Today's pick a card is gonna be about your soulmate. So we're going to see who is your soulmate, what are they like, their personality, their looks. We're going to dive into what kind of relationship you have with them and any other details about them. I have prepared this bowl full of small pieces of paper. On each one I've written a country, a letter, or a number. So we're going to pull from this bowl of papers at the end of each pile. And in an extended portion of this reading, we're going to see how will you meet your soulmate, when are you going to meet them, and what is your soul contract with them. So I hope this topic interests you. The timestamps will be in the description box below, as well as the comment section. Now, pile number 1, this is gonna be your card and your representative card. So it says flow. I'm not sure. Let me check if the camera is catching this. Yep, so it says flow right here. Pile number 2, you guys are represented with the card that says haze. And pile number 3, you guys are represented by ecstasy. So you can take your time, pause the video, meditate upon the cards, however you choose your piles, and go to the timestamps once you're ready, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi pile 1 and welcome to your reading. So if you guys chose the card flow, this is gonna be your pile and we're going to figure out who your soulmate is. Now, first of all, with this card, what I'm picking up on here is that most likely both of you will be easygoing people. You may have mutable placements, especially Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, maybe not so much Virgo, because Virgo is not really the type of sign that goes with the flow, except when they're more evolved. Their more evolved version does like to go with the flow. They learn about the importance of letting go and not controlling things. But you may have these 4 signs in your major placements with your soulmate, or more likely that they will have these placements. With this card, I feel like you will have a very spiritual relationship. For some reason, this key word here, flow, gives me very spiritual vibes. So that's the first thing that I'm getting from this card. I may return to it later. Now here we have, let me show you from the postcards from Spirit. We have different postcards and I intend them to be like a message from the higher self of your soulmate. So let's read about that. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one, that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know the true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and to us, the Spirit guides, or in this case, you will be close to the higher self of your soulmate. There's amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another individual or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so much. So this message is from the higher self of your soulmate, and they're trying to tell you that maybe you've been avoiding true intimacy in your previous partnerships. Perhaps pile 1, you're the avoidant types of partners. Perhaps you don't like to let someone fully in. You like to keep your personal space to yourself. You like to keep your independence even when you are in a relationship. Maybe you don't want people to get too close because you don't want to be hurt. You may also be the type of people who are quick to leave relationships when they don't work, or you're quick to sabotage a relationship instead of trying to repair it. Once again, because you don't want to be disappointed, you don't want to invest energy and work into something that may end up disappointing you, that may end up not working out. So you're quick to leave. Maybe you have like Sagittarius Venus, Gemini Venus. Maybe you get bored quickly. Or when people try to deepen the relationship, you just run away. So whether you know it about yourself or not, I want you to really think about your relationships, and perhaps you will realize that you've been the ones running away from love. It's not love running away from you. And with the flow card, this is an interesting like combination. Your soulmate will come into your life to teach you that love needs to flow between both of you. It can't come from just one side, and it's not something that can be forced, but it's not something that you can escape from. I feel like the soulmate, I'm thinking of like the current of a river, and as it pulls you, you can't really swim away from it. That's what I'm getting here. So I think that this soulmate that's coming your way, your instinctual reaction would be to run away from the relationship, go back to the safety of your own space, your own little routine and life. But the higher self of your soulmate is saying that this time you won't be able to escape this. This time you will be pulled under waters and you will have to dive deeper into the connection. So let's now dive into who is your soulmate. What are they like? I'm going to be pulling from the Crystal Spirits deck, and I'm going off completely intuitively because I haven't studied this deck in particular. But I like to work with the different colors of this deck. So, who is your soulmate? What are they like? Their personality. Selenite. What I said about both of you being spiritual, I think still stands, and I think it's even being confirmed here. Your soulmate is pretty much in charge of their spiritual energy. They may have like a routine of spiritual practices that they do, but the selenite feels like this, especially it looks like a selenite wand, and the wand is a tool, a magical tool to concentrate one's energy. So they feel very focused. And like they know exactly what they're doing in life. Selenite is also about purity, clarity. I think that they will be very open and honest with you about previous relationships, expectations, about fears and insecurities. They will be very transparent with you. And I think what will draw you to them is that immediately you will see their soul. I feel like this will be very provoking for you because you are the one shying away from true intimacy, right? So you will be learning this from them. I think that they will show you who they are pretty early on in the relationship, or even before you start a relationship, just as you're getting to know each other. They'll be very transparent, and you will be motivated, let's say, to also be transparent with them, to show your true colors to them as well. They have a very developed crown chakra. I think that they will quickly get to know you, or they will quickly understand you, and you may be even a little bit spooked. I'm telling you, like, this is a soulmate where if you guys have some psychic spiritual abilities, they will have them as well. And I think that they will spook you a little bit more first, before you get to show them that you too have gifts. They may have a lot of air placements and water placements. That's specifically what I'm getting with you guys. I'm getting more so fire, maybe a little bit of earth, like independence, strength, endurance. With them, I'm getting a little bit more water and air, a little bit more flow, intuition, inspiration. They go off by instincts when it comes to making decisions, and they're quite airy, always in their head, thinking, contemplating. They may be very easily distracted as well. They feel very free. But what I'm getting is, for most of you, pile one, this soulmate will feel more emotional than you are, and maybe at times you won't know how to deal with the emotions of someone else. They have very light, as in in weight, like they have very light aura. They feel very light, and they feel very bright and shiny. It's like they're this radiant creature, but not like the sun. They're not like kingly and royal, with a royal aura. They're not necessarily giving you the vibes of, gold and Leo-esque energy when it comes to the sun, because usually that's what we associate the sun with. The sun is radiant, someone who shines, is bold, etc. They're soft, they're radiant, but like pale. Does that make sense? Like this white light is coming through from them, and they feel like this very gentle soul, that can be easily hurt. Rhodonite, interesting. But they definitely have their the things that they're very passionate about. And their passion comes from a very pure place. I feel like your soulmate is already following their soul purpose, their life purpose, like they're on the path of fulfilling that purpose. For most of you, they will care deeply about family, ancestors. They will feel very connected to their ancestors. If not their blood relatives, their living relatives, they will feel very connected to some passed on loved ones from their family. Because I'm getting that the bloodline is very important for them. I'm getting that also, for some of you, they're following in the steps of an ancestor, a grandfather, grandmother. They're following someone's gift, like they have inherited someone's gift and now they continue to develop it. This also looks like a wheel. Something you will notice about them, though, is that they might be repeating family cycles and patterns. And I think that when you come together, this is something you will illuminate for them and be like, hey, I think you're stuck in a karmic loop here. Now let's see what the guidebook will say about these cards. Rhodonite, essential meaning, harmony in relationships, easily connecting with others, generosity, reciprocity, discovering hidden talents to share with others. And let's see about selenite. Liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination and clarity, and raising your vibration. So I think that they will be outgoing, they will easily connect with you, they will easily see a deeper side to you. And with the selenite, I feel like you will be able to be authentically yourself with them. They will just basically get to this side of you. He will get this side of you to come out and play with them, this authentic aspect of you. All right. Let's continue. Who are they? What are they like? I'm sensing someone who is very in their divine feminine energy. No matter if this is a man or a woman, this is someone very connected to their divine feminine energy. And especially if you're a woman who is interested in men and you're thinking, oh great, I won't be able to be in my divine feminine energy then. Well, you will attract them because you are in your divine masculine right now. Probably you are more in your masculine energy, and I think that you will meet them so you can balance each other out. I'm getting number 7 being significant here. I don't know why, and I'm also hearing the name Lily for some reason as well. For some of you, someone passed on the 7th or at 2007. I'm getting the number 7 again, and lilies, as in the flower, which to me represents someone passing. You and your soulmate may share like the same date of someone close to you passing or something like this. There will be a weird coincidence about dates, passed on loved ones, or maybe for them someone passed and in your family someone was born, and it will be this strange spiritual bridge between the two of you that I see. Who are they? The Starborn. Wow. They're very unique and quote-unquote weird, but if you've been around this channel for a while, you know that to me weird and quirky is like a good thing. So when I say this, it's not an insult, but yeah, they are a weird person. They're a weird soul. They have unique hobbies, unique interests. They will feel like someone you've never met before, and they will feel like they're out of this world. Really, their way of thinking, their way of dressing, talking, just how they are will feel out of this world. And I feel like they have this one big talent, like they're talented, capital letters talented, okay? And I think to you, you've never met such a person. When you meet them, it'd be like you had never met someone like that. All right. here we have the self. I think that they will also motivate you to go after your own talents. You definitely share common interests, either spirituality or creativity, but you have this in common, and this will really make you feel like, oh, that's a soulmate, that's the one, you know. And with the self card, again, you will be able to be authentically yourselves together. But that's also a card that I think symbolizes how the presence of both of you in each other's lives will draw new colors out of one another. I mean, you will be able to connect with aspects of you that you haven't been able to before. And so will they. They will have that same experience as well. Alright, what is their shadow now? Let's dive into this as well, because that's important too. They may openly, by the way, think of themselves as a starseed. They may really resonate with this. It does feel like this is a soulmate connection that comes from the stars. You may have had past lives together as starseeds on other planets, on other star systems. What is their shadow that you will have to deal with, basically? Because that's important too. What is their shadow? We have strength. Interesting. And we have this is a leaf, but it looks like a tree. And for some reason it looks like an alien head to me as well, so that's interesting. Their shadow may be ancestral. It may come from their family, something again that they have inherited, that they need to work through. And fate. Wow, we have the egg again. This is just confirming my suspicion. They may be associated with a star lineage that is more controversial. So, for example, Orion, Draco, Alpha Centauri. And I'm getting that they have this deep desire to do good and be good. Because there are parts of them that they're afraid of. I feel like they've witnessed darkness in their family, and they are quite afraid not to follow. They're afraid of following someone's steps, some family member's steps when it comes to their life trajectory and the decisions they will make in life. So maybe they will have this one parent that they will tell you, I really don't want to be like my father or my mother. I really don't want to be like that. But maybe there is one parent, one family member that they look alike, they have similar personalities, like they've always been compared to this family member, but this family member didn't have a great life story, so your soulmate is afraid of, living that same life and making the same mistakes, having the same issues. And sometimes part of their shadow is that sometimes you will feel like they don't have the strength to go against fate and build their own fate. I feel like they, with the flow card, they're someone who trusts the universe maybe a little too much sometimes, to the point where you may see them being inactive about certain things, or more passive, simply like waiting, and that may infuriate you a little bit. So just because someone is your soulmate does not mean that they will be perfect in your eyes, right? They will have their flaws, just as you will have your own for them, and that's normal. But this is basically the shadow part that you will deal with. The fact that sometimes they won't have the strength that you want them to have. Let's see. What else do you need to know about them? What else do you need to know about them? Who are they? I'm going to go into their looks in a little bit. Have Capricorn, interesting. Ambition, realism, methodical steps. I feel like they may have North Node in Capricorn or North Node in the 10th house. So you see that they are ambitious, but at the same time they're passive, or they don't take the right actions. They kind of rely on things happening for them or coming to them first. They're just a late bloomer with the hourglass here, and Capricorn being ruled by Saturn. They're probably a late bloomer, so you may be a little bit more impatient than them and impatient with them as well. We have Leo. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Leo can be sometimes considered one of the children of the zodiac. The other two are Aries and Cancer. Cancer is like the mother, but it's also like the child. I mean, it's just as Leo can be the father and the child as well. So we have duality in these two signs. But yeah, Leo can be seen as the child in astrology. So your person is someone with a great talent, great creative talent, and they have like big dreams, ambitious goals. But the thing is, sometimes they rely more on the universe rather than on taking action, putting their strength to the test. Sometimes they're too much of a Pisces. Sometimes they're too much of a go with the flow type of person. That can agitate you. I think that if you feel like the relationship is not happening as quickly as you want it to, you sometimes may blame your soulmate. You'll be like, you're the one slowing us down, you're the one, not committing to this quicker, or not making those decisions quicker, you're the one procrastinating. So this is where I see issues may arise. But this is someone who has gained favors from authorities in their life. This is someone who really shines in the eyes of authorities in their life. I'm definitely seeing someone who graduated, passed their exams with flying colors, someone who really shined in the academic environment. Your soulmate really craves to be validated. Your soulmate craves to be applauded and seen and encouraged and complimented. Like Leo shows their best self when they get compliments, when they are cheered on. And Capricorn sometimes can represent authorities or someone who likes to please authorities. So there is a possibility for your soulmate to want to please their parents and to almost show them, here, I did what you couldn't do. I didn't fall into the same traps as you. I'm doing well, you know, pat me on the back, that type of mentality. Too many cards, I'm not gonna take them. I want just one. I kind of want to ask, what will they learn from you? What will they learn from you? Let's see. Okay. House 9, spiritual growth. You know, your person may be spiritual, but perhaps they kind of escape through spirituality instead of working on themselves. So I think that maybe you will teach them how to do the spiritual work and not just claim that they are spiritual, claim that they believe in this and that, but how to actually do the work. I think that this is what they will learn from you. With House 9, we have... This is the house of higher learning, higher education. This is the house of religion, faith, belief systems, traveling. So it's possible that they have to travel to be with you. Maybe they have to move to a new city, a new state, a new country to be with you. They may learn a foreign language from you, like you may be from different cultures. But I'm getting that they will have to get out of their comfort zone in order to be with you. You will offer them a new kind of spirituality, I think. I feel like you will introduce them to a deeper level of spirituality. And I think that you will also show them how to fight for the things they want instead of like blaming fate, because sometimes your person would be like, if it's meant to be, it will meant to be, and you will be replying to that with, no, if you work for it, it will be. So they will learn a little bit about work ethic from you. They definitely have at least one passion they're obsessed with and they're working hard on. But you will teach them how to fight for relationships. And it's interesting because you will be the one who will be afraid of intimacy at first. And they will be the one who appear to be more emotionally in tune, emotionally intelligent. But after you spend some time together, after you spend some time together, they will be learning from you how to stick to a relationship, how to stay in the relationship even when it gets uncomfortable. And you will tell them, remember how you taught me to open up and be more vulnerable? Well, now you have to learn how to stay when someone actually opens up. All right, let's see. I'm going to put these to the side. And I'm going to ask about your person's physical appearance. Let's see. Let me just grab the right tarot deck that I want to use. Alright, let's see. What is your soulmate going to look like? Immediately before I even pull cards, I'm seeing a man with long hair. Long brownish hair. What is your soulmate going to look like? I'm definitely getting darker features. I'm hearing Scorpio, and Scorpios usually are known for darker complexions, dark eyes, dark hair. Alright, we have the King of Swords reversed. This is someone who maybe had dyed their hair once and then they returned to their natural color. Or this is someone who used to keep their hair very short and now they have grown it longer. Much longer. Queen of Wands. And this is definitely someone who had kept their hair short. This is someone also who is either tall and slender or relatively tall but athletic. So I'm getting someone who is just like, what's the word? Lanky? I'm not sure if that's the word. Basically just tall and very, very slender. Not very muscled, nor fat, just slender. And then I'm getting someone who is not as tall. I'm getting someone who is just more what's the word? Hold on. Someone who's considered tall but not like super tall. And I hope this makes sense. I don't know why all the words describing appearance just fled my head. Anyway, so yeah, someone who is considered tall but not extremely tall. It's not something that you would notice about them immediately, but has a very athletic build, is what I'm getting. The tall, slender person might have a paler complexion and skin, a lighter skin tone, while the more athletic person may have a darker skin tone. Definitely an artist. For most of you, this is definitely an artist. The Justice card. For some of you, I'm getting like a mixed racial background. How do they dress? Let's see. How do they dress? For some of you, I'm seeing someone with rosea or rosea. Rosea, I think it's how you say it. Basically, when your cheeks, your skin gets easily red because of some kind of irritation, the wind, etc. So it's not even someone that blushes a lot. It's just someone who has the skin condition. The Magician. The Magician with Six of Swords reversed. Alright, so this person dresses for the occasion. They don't have like one particular style is what I'm getting. They don't have a style that you can define is what I'm getting. For women, if you're watching this, like, and you consider your soulmate to be a woman, they may wear a lot of shawls, and for men, they wear lots of hoodies. Have the Devil. It wanted to come out reversed though. So darker colors for sure. Black, deep blue, deep green are the colors of preference. And the Three of Cups. Yeah, if this is like a woman we're reading about, this woman does not wear dresses except if it's the occasion asking for it. So yeah, this is someone who prefers to wear pants. This is someone who prefers to wear comfortable clothing, kind of sporty. Or just more comfortable, not even like sporty necessarily, just comfortable. And I'm hearing that dresses are not the preference here, only on occasions. I'm trying to concentrate a little bit to see if intuitively I'm picking up on something else outside of the cards. I'm looking for tattoos in particular, because I'm seeing that some of these people on the cards are tattooed, but I'm trying to see where, and for some reason I'm getting like the forearm right here. For some of you, this person has a tattoo on their forearm. And or on the shoulder blade is what I'm picking up as well. The shoulder or the shoulder blade. Alright, let's pull some details about where they could be from potentially, a country, letters for their name. I have countries from all over the world and the states, so all the states basically. So this could be really, I'm gonna pull a couple, okay? Because we have so many, I'm gonna pull more. Okay, this one too. This one. And this one. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Now, by the way, when it comes to countries, because most of my viewers are from the States, this could be someone who lives in the States, right? But their ancestry is from that country in Europe or Asia or South America or something like this. We have Turkey, okay. We have Jamaica. We have Slovakia. We have Alabama. All right. We have Ohio. Central Africa, so not one particular country, but that region. Or maybe they have traveled there, they could be from there. That's also possible. Like this, like those could be countries that your soulmate has traveled to, and they will talk about those travels as well. We have Kentucky. And Alaska, okay. So this can be again countries of origins, like the ancestors come from there, they're biologically from there. They have lived there or currently live there. They have worked and traveled to those countries, and they're just significant places. Okay, so no letters, no numbers came through, but for you, I told you the name Lily came through, the number 7 came through, the letter M is coming through now. With this magician card, it just feels significant, the letter M. The letter B is also significant. And for some reason, like, I'm not sure if, am I saying this correctly? Yes, this is a bat. As far as I remember, Bath is a city in England, I think. But I'm getting like Bath, like a city. So, not just the animal, but these letters B-A-T-H. And the letter P is also significant. In terms of numbers, I'm not feeling any numbers in particular except for the number 7 that came through earlier. So that's all I'm getting for now. In the extended portion of this reading, I'm going to ask how you will meet your soulmate, when, where, right, you will meet them, and what is your soul contract with them? Why should you come together? What contract do you have to fulfill together? If you resonated with this reading, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching until the end. The extended portions will be linked underneath each pile for the respective pile, right? And yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to support my channel. Again, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you in my next big card as well. Until then, bye. Hi Pile 2, and welcome to your reading for all of you who chose the Haze card. I hope you can see how the picture shifts. So this is a postcard. So this is from the postcards from Spirit Oracle deck, and basically I intend the messages here to be like a letter from the higher self of your soulmate. So let's get right into it. Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here, or I am here, to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind is aligned with divine intelligence and is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You're so loved, and I am all behind you, and I am behind you. Okay, so that's the message from the higher self of your soulmate. And it's interesting, you have like the message about people being asleep spiritually, and you have the haze card. Okay, so I'm seeing hands here, wings, a face trying to peek through almost, and the eyes of a woman here. So first of all, I'm going to go off intuitively about what I think this relationship will be like and this person. So this person is giving me strong Pisces, Scorpio energy. This person is giving me a lot of like secrecy and mysterious and secrecy and mysterious energy. You may meet them at a time when you're very confused how you want to continue with your life and your life purpose and which direction you want to go. You may meet them at a time when you're quite plugged into the matrix, and you may feel like you have no other choice but to be plugged into the matrix and take care of the matrix aspects of life, take care of your career, finances, health, etc. You may feel very forced to do things that you don't want to do, but like you have no other option. You may feel like you're not as spiritual as you once used to be around the time that you meet your soulmate, or your soulmate will make you remember. Another possibility here is that your soulmate could be quite plugged into the matrix themselves. They may have like obsession with spending money and buying things. They may be like really into, I don't know, watching TV shows and just being consumed by that. They may not have like one spiritual bone in their bodies, but that's how it's supposed to be. This is the person you were supposed to be with, and this was the person you were supposed to probably awaken. As we have these two eyes speaking through the clouds, I feel like to a degree either you will spread away the clouds that cloud the vision of your person and their third eye, or they will do that for you. But there is a mystery about this person and about the whole situation that really draws you in, is what I'm getting here. I'm also seeing a wolf. Some of your Syrian starseeds, I'm seeing like a wolf, and I'm also seeing a silhouette of an ET, almost, it looks like, right here. The camera probably won't pick up on it, so I'm not gonna show it. And I'm also seeing serpentine scales. Okay, so we have the serpent, the wolf, and the ET. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so some of your Syrian starseeds, some of you have these very ancient twin flame contracts. Just as I was reading this postcard, and when I saw this card with the haze, I immediately was thinking of, okay, here we probably have a small collective, not everyone obviously, but a small collective who are not looking for a soulmate, or they're not orchestrated to meet with a soulmate. They're meant to meet their twin flame. So a lot of you have like a Syrian Orion twin flame relationship is what I'm getting. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to use these cards to first get to know your person. What are they like? Who are they? Okay, I'm getting this Syrian Orion's twin flame contract. You're meant to activate each other's third eyes. you will come together and you will help each other overcome victim mentalities on both ends. I feel like both of you have that. So who are they? Who is your soulmate? They're very mysterious. Who are they? Aquamarine, all right. For some reason, this is giving me strong Hawaiian energy. They may be from Hawaii. Too many cards. Aquamarine with number 7. The amethyst. Absolutely, you will be activating each other's third eyes. One more. Obsidian. Okay. Okay. Obsidian immediately makes me think of Egypt. So. What are they like? They're giving me very peaceful, calm energy. But that's only on the surface. They're actually quite intense individuals. I'm getting something who is very perceptive of what is obscured from the eye. They see beneath the surface of people. They see beneath the surface of situations. With the aquamarine card, this could be someone who likes to swim. This could be someone who lives on a coastal area. They may love the ocean or the sea, depending on where they're from. If they're from Europe or Asia, like they could enjoy some sea as well. But this is someone very connected to water. Not so much in their personality, like their personality is not like water, or maybe it is to some degree. I mean, it's calm on the surface, but deep down, you don't know what awaits you deep down at the bottom. And many treasures and traps are hidden at the bottom. This person is like, being with them feels great and terrifying at the same time. They can be too intense. They can be very possessive and demanding. They pretend to be lighthearted. They pretend not to care, but they really, really do, is what I'm getting. Now let's read from the guidebook really quickly about the obsidian. About the aquamarine. The essential meaning: enhanced clarity, calm discernment, awareness, and acceptance of one's truth. Alright, so they're not afraid to speak their truth. They're not afraid to be authentic. Sometimes maybe they're too direct. With the amethyst, we have familiarity, unconscious habits, old patterns in need of being released. This person is working through a lot of like karma, lots of unconscious patterns. It feels like this person is awake, but at the same time they haven't done the work or all of the work that they need to do. So I think that you will meet them at a time where everything is very intense for them. They're going through intense periods of transformation. And the obsidian, observing the self, self-reflection, and know thyself. They could also have Virgo or Capricorn placements potentially, because they can be very self-critical and they can be perfectionists. I'm seeing someone who has the potential to teach, but they haven't done it yet. They haven't crossed that threshold of being a teacher, teaching something that they themselves are very good at. There is a lot of fire burning under that surface of water. And I think that when you meet them, they will have very intense desires and cravings. And I think that when someone is an object of their affection, they can be very intense with how much and how they want that person. For many of you, your soulmate spirit animal guide is a dragon, or somehow you may associate dragons with them. We have the maiden. The thread, interesting. And the shaman. With this person, you will feel like a newbie, a beginner at relationships, a beginner at things. They could end up being your teacher about certain things, and you will feel like you're new to this. You will feel inexperienced about certain things in their presence. With the thread card, there is an undeniable connection. I'm getting that you may have the same taste for music. Here we have a serpent, by the way. Many of you, pile one, I feel like, are healers, and your soulmate is someone who needs your healing. But this is a deep spiritual healing. I think many of you carry the very medicine within you in terms of knowledge, wisdom that your person needs. So just because they teach you things on the surface level of this relationship, they may teach you, I don't know, how to repair something around the house, or simple things like that. They couldn't always mean the role of a teacher, presenting more knowledge than you, things of that nature. But when it comes to the deeper wisdom, it's you who teaches them, or it's you that needs to pass down that wisdom to them. But what I'm saying where you will struggle is the communication. I feel like this person does not like to be seen as unknowledgeable, or like they lack knowledge in certain areas. They don't like to be the student, they don't like to be the newbie. So although they're not a professional or officially self-proclaimed teacher, they very easily fall into that role, and it's very uncomfortable for them to be a student, and they will quickly realize that with you they need to be your student. With the maiden and the thread card, you will definitely have energetic cords between your lower chakras, especially the sacral chakras, the root chakras, the chakras that get very activated when we have physical intimacy with our partners. Of course, other chakras can be activated too, but that's rare, and it doesn't usually happen in the traditional sense of intimacy. So I do see energetic cords between the two of you. I do see strong attraction, like the physical attraction is through the roof in this connection, but the communication and the ability to meet each other halfway mentally and emotionally, that's difficult. This person has many barriers, many walls. And it may often feel like when you're trying to communicate with them, you're shouting from afar and they never hear you. This person has manifested you, pile 2. This person has pulled you in the astral plane until he manifests in the physical. When they meet you, you will be like an answer to many of their questions, is what I'm getting. That's gonna be the vibe of the relationship. Okay, let's see. And this person has very strong like magical abilities, strong shamanic abilities, but I feel like they don't tap into them. And they don't even consciously realize that they have manifested you as well. What kind of relationship will you have with them? I think we were already getting information about this, but still, what kind of relationship will you have with them? Fixed. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So this relationship will be very committed and very exclusive and very stable. And this person will be very possessive as well. And we have Venus. They may have a fixed Venus sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. But yes, this relationship is like, the physical aspects of it are so strong and magnetic. I think that the physical and the spiritual will bleed together at some point. And you will feel this magnetism and this strong pull spiritually as well. And we have South Node, destined to release. For some of you guys, this relationship will be long-term, but it's gonna be something that you will have to let go of eventually. I know, this is supposed to be a reading about your soulmate, but this is still a soulmate, but maybe you will have to let go of this person if they're not willing to listen to you. And it may be very difficult for you because there is mutual love, there is mutual desire, there is mutual attraction here. And I would even say mutual obsession with each other. But with the South Node at the bottom of the deck and the fixed Venus sign, they can sometimes be too stubborn for their own good. And that can ruin the relationship. So let's see the shadow of the relationship before we jump into their looks. How are they gonna look, their appearance, what are they going to wear, things like that. The shadow of the relationship. Dare to dream. Interesting. So maybe you guys, pile 2, will see your soulmate's dreams. You will realize what they want out of life. And you will realize how they block themselves from getting it. After all, we have unconscious patterns with the Amethyst card. So maybe they block themselves from getting what they want, and you will illuminate that. And they will be very triggered. This person doesn't like to be led. They want to be the leader, usually. Even when they don't see right. Even when they're wrong, even when they make a mistake, they want to be the leader, which again showcases stubbornness. This person could definitely have fixed signs. I told you Pisces came through very strong, and Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio. And we do have Scorpio here, so Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus placements, not so much Leo. I'm sensing Taurus placements, Aquarius placements. Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. The Weaver. The Weaver of Fate, the Weaver of Destiny. Interesting. There is some warning here for you guys, especially for those of you who resonate with this being a twin flame. You may be caught in a web. This person may weave you into their web of routine and life, and with Venus, the physical pleasures of the relationship may surpass the importance of this spiritual connection. So be very careful, Pile 2, because this is a soulmate. You are meant to come together, but there are many dangers of not growing together, keeping each other stuck, or more so this person keeping you in a confused, dazed situation where you don't see clearly. You're way too high on attraction and love and pleasure, and you're too high on morals around commitment and loyalty. You may be glorifying too much loyalty to the point of hurting yourself in this connection, and I feel like this person is the same. They too are loyal to death, but they're loyal even to their own detriment sometimes. And even here with Dare to Dream, I don't know if you noticed, but the roots of this plant are like the paw of a bird, and they have clutched a diamond between its... This paw has clutched a diamond between its fingers. And you guys are the diamond. You guys are the prize for this person. And I feel like this person may stop growing or stop acknowledging that they're stuck after they get you, because when they get you, they will feel like they have the ultimate prize, and they won't be as excited or motivated to keep working on themselves. So that is one of the dangers of this relationship. Now let's see, how are they going to look? How are you going to recognize them based on appearance? I'm hearing right off the bat, they will look like you. For many of you guys, they will be... People may confuse you for siblings. They will have very similar features and color palette as you. We have Five of Swords. We have Ace of Wands. We have the Hierophant. I'm seeing someone who's not very tall, whether it's a woman or a guy, not very tall, but someone whose face you're very attracted to. And if anyone here cares about height, you won't care in this situation. Yeah, definitely you care, you're very attracted to their face. And for many of you, they're gonna be blonde, with light features, light skin. Or they're gonna look like you. And if you're not blonde, they're just gonna look like you. Almost seems like a baby face. We have the Wheel. Okay. They will have a very youthful face, but for some of you, they hide it. If this is a man you're watching for, and if you're interested in men, this man would hide their baby face under a short beard, not a huge beard, but a short beard. And I think that you would prefer them shaved, because they have such a beautiful face. I'm also seeing someone who is not particularly athletic, but they're not unathletic either. They're somehow in the middle. And what I'm getting is this person is hot without them trying to be. At least to you, they will be hot without them trying to be. Wow, we have the Empress. It's very, very likely that you will have children with this person. Very, very likely. Page of Pentacles again. The pages in tarot can sometimes symbolize children, so I definitely see you having kids with this person. I definitely also see you guys, pile 2, going through physical changes when you meet this person. Maybe you will start working out together, or you will motivate each other to do something good for your bodies. At least this I see as a bonus of the relationship. You will motivate each other. But I definitely get immediate attraction. You won't feel like there is anything to fix about your appearance or their appearance when you meet. It's gonna be like you're just perfect the way you are. Alright, so let's pull from this bowl with like countries. We have countries here, we have states, continents, we have numbers and letters. So I'm gonna pull quite a few because we have so many here. Okay. About this person. These countries could be where they come from, where they live, where their ancestors or family comes from. So you could be born and like your family is from the United States, but where your ancestry is from is probably from Europe, right? If you're not Native American, it's from Europe, so most likely. So yeah, these could be ancestral origins, or these could be countries that will be significant in the relationship. Maybe this person has traveled to them and that's why they will stand out in your conversations. All right, let's see. First we have a state, the state of Florida. We have Austria, yes, you get what I mean. My pronunciation sometimes is unsure. Switzerland. Yeah, with Switzerland? Interesting. Romania. I was thinking something about Switzerland earlier, out of nowhere, so it's funny that this is coming through. It wasn't related to the reading, by the way, just so you know. It was a random thought that came to me. Washington, DC. Missouri. What else do we have? North Korea we have. Maybe this person has traveled to North Korea, and why I'm saying that, or they have family from North Korea, is because if you're born in North Korea, it's very difficult to leave it. So, and Michigan. Okay, so these are the places we didn't get letters or numbers, just as we didn't get letters or numbers for pile 1. So that was your luck. Pile 2, I hope you resonated with this. I hope you enjoyed it. The extended portion of this reading will be linked down below, and in it we will look into how you're going to meet your soulmate, when you're going to meet your soulmate, what is their occupation, and what is your soul contract with each other. Basically, why are you coming together, and any other details. I'm also going to be pulling from the tea leaves cards. So those are many cards. This oracle deck is lovely. It's like great for like pulling signs and symbols and synchronicity. You have cards such as ego, dog, coins, things like that. So I'm gonna be pulling from this deck as well in the extended portion of this reading, so you can see what signs and synchronicities you will get about your soulmate to recognize them. Okay, pile 2, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to support my channel and my work. That is the best thing that you can do to support me. And thank you for watching until the end. What else? All of my information is in the description box below if you want to book a personal reading. And I hope I'll see you in my next reading as well. Bye. Hi Pile 3 and welcome to your reading. If you guys chose the ecstasy card, this reading is for you. So this is a postcard. This is from an oracle deck called Messages from Spirit. Postcards from Spirit, excuse me. Postcards from Spirit. So these postcards are written as if by your spirit guides, your spirit, but I will intend those to be from the higher self of your soulmate to you. So I will change some things about these cards so it reads right. Okay, dearest you, I here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. I don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they're wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and I want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. I just adore you over here. So this message with the ecstasy card, I'm getting that your soulmate is someone someone very extroverted, very easily excited about life. I'm also getting someone who may respect life a lot through their diet, so they could be a vegetarian, vegan. They really care about animals, about life. I feel like this is someone who loves nature, plants, animals. They just love nature and they love spending time in nature. And we have eagles, I think, or some other mythical bird creature, I'm not sure. It looks like eagles to me, but let's see. Let's see who is your soulmate, what are they like. I don't know why, but I'm hearing someone who's not shy or afraid to be in front of a camera. So maybe this is someone who likes to take photos or who is a model themselves. They could be a travel vlogger. I'm getting strong Leo energy, to be honest, and strong Virgo energy. Aqua Aura Court. So Leo, Aquarius, Virgo are coming through. Green, Aventurine. Okay. One more. And the Black Tourmaline. Okay, so definitely someone who cares about nature and animals. Maybe they do a lot of, not charity, but like they would participate in cleaning a park, cleaning a beach or something like this. Yeah, I do see them participating in a lot of humanitarian, ecological work. This is someone with very firm beliefs and someone who really stands behind what they believe in, and someone who really takes action in according to their values and belief systems. So they don't just speak about those things, they really live this type of life. Your soulmate could be into science. I'm getting strong energy about like science and technology here. And it's interesting because I feel like they balance, or they try to balance their life between technology and nature. And they have very strong opinions about nature, about the importance of ecology and so on and so forth. But they also have like a scientific education or background of work. So a lot of their beliefs are not necessarily spiritual. A lot of the reasons why they want to clean the planet, they want to be ecological, they want to be vegetarian or vegan, a lot of it is backed up by scientific facts and research and data. This person is like a walking computer, knowing just a lot of things. So definitely Aquarius placements, Virgo placements, Leo placements. Let's quickly read about Aqua or Quartz. Connecting to infinite potential, a renewed sense of purpose, wonder, and awe. The Earth is only one planet within a solar system, within a massive galaxy that itself is a mere speck within a vast universe. How awesome it is to recognize the power we all have when we choose to see ourselves as part of this incredible creation, and when we tap into the universal consciousness that eventually generates love and guides us with the wisdom of the ages. All right. This person sometimes struggle with positive thinking, although I feel like they're a very positive person naturally. And when they struggle, it's very sad and it's very difficult for them, because someone who is used to be like, to get more easily low, on a low mood, I mean, to get more easily depressed or saddened over things. I feel like people are used to this a little bit more. While with this person, they're usually very happy, optimistic, passionate. I'm getting strong, opinionated, and when they feel low, it's so unlike them that it's sad. That's what I mean here. So this person struggles with the negative emotions of life. They may avoid negative emotions in life. They may avoid dealing with them, which is obviously unhealthy. That's why they have the black tourmaline, I think. And this black tourmaline, it looks like one of those ancient castles that are literally on the side of a mountain or a rock or something, and you see the ocean underneath, the ocean below, or the sea or something. That's the vibe I'm getting here with the black tourmaline. It looks like this high castle that's unreachable, untouchable. It looks like some high walls protecting someone here. So this person, I think, is learning how to deal with negative emotions, and that's not easy for them. They are learning how to let their walls down, to feel things, because they can't escape the negative emotions, the difficult times. This is someone who really works hard to maintain a good life, a positive life. And for the most part, they manage to do it. but there are some unprocessed things with the black tourmaline. This is a form of self-protection and preservation, but it's also a crystal that, to me, black crystals, obsidian, black tourmaline, it's also about digesting the shadow, processing the shadow. So this is something they've been avoiding it seems. I'm also having a vision of a white dragon here. This person has strength, they do, but they have always fought for peace. And I feel like it's very difficult for them to understand people who don't live peacefully or peaceful lives, people who have chaos or allow chaos in their lives. So Bio 3, I don't know if you're someone who deals with many pressures, or someone who is used to dealing with their shadow, but your soulmate is not. And to them, this can almost mean, oh, you're a negative person. When that's not the case, it's just that negativity sometimes happens, and different people have different ways of processing it. But this person may shut out people who bring negativity into their life, or who don't have strong convictions, who have, I'm hearing something, and I feel like that's something that they would say, it's like a phrase that they use, lazy-minded or lazy opinions. Like a person has a lazy opinion about something, they don't want to think too much about something, and they don't want to have a strong stance on something. So your person is not diplomatic in the sense of, oh, I understand where you come from. Yeah, absolutely. We all have different opinions. Your person is a nice person. They're kind and so on and so forth. But when it comes to what they value, what they believe, they would be so quickly to fight you, get mad at you, or, be in conflict with you. They're not afraid of conflict when it comes to, how do I say, confronting someone about not having a stance on a matter. Okay, that's really big for them, so they could get very political very quickly. And it's like this nice, kind person, the only time you would see them angry or scary is when it's political, it's humanitarian, it's a matter of humanitarian issue, it's a matter of ecological issue. So they would want you to have your opinions set straight. They would even prefer someone who has a different opinion than them than someone who has none. Uh, so, Pile 3, be prepared for some political debates, and yeah, someone who's very passionate about those things. And be prepared for someone who wants to show you how you could be a better person and live life as a better citizen, how to treat everyone, and especially nature, better. They will teach you a lot about that. If you're not someone who's passionate about this yourselves, Pile 3, your soulmate will make you think about those things a lot, because they will often have those conversations with you. What kind of a relationship will you have with your soulmate? Let's see. What kind of a relationship will you have with your soulmate? What kind of relationship will you have with your soulmate? have air. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Well, we do have Aquarius, so we mentioned Aquarius, so this matches. But air is about being open-minded, objective. It's about learning, and especially about mental flexibility. And I think that your person has that in most areas and aspects of life. And especially if they have like a scientific background, they're open-minded to new research, new data, new technology development. They might be someone who is for AI or is for all sorts of like new technological discoveries and developments. But again, when it comes to political issues, humanitarian, ecological issues, they are not very flexible. Nope, not very flexible. This is definitely someone with very high standards, pile 3, about the quality of a person that you are, that their potential partner would be. It's almost like they want someone who is I want to say something, but in English it sounds weird. And I'm thinking in my native language now. So basically someone with a good, high quality soul, if that makes sense. And we have mutable, so we have Gemini, like mutable air is Gemini. We have Virgo here. We have Sagittarius, we have Pisces. Again, the mutable signs can be very flexible, except for maybe Virgo. Surrendered fluid and Sagittarius. Surrendered fluidity and welcoming energy. So the kind of relationship you will have with them, you will be breaking each other's expectations, patterns. You will be breaking each other's ways of thinking. Like, I think that you will challenge each other, and with the mutable sign there will be many compromises, a lot of adapting to one another. I said this to pile 2 because I feel like only pile 1 had this like perfect soulmate, oh, everything will go perfect. For pile 2 and for you pile 3, I'm saying this again, a soulmate relationship is not a perfect relationship. It's not a relationship that just magically, miraculously works. So with the mutable air, I think that you won't be committed to each other in the traditional way right off the bat. And this relationship will be very based on intellectualism. It's like maybe you talk to a couple, like a friends that are a couple too, and you're like talking to one of the partners and you're like, do you ever talk about climate change and like have a passionate debate about it? And the other person might be like, no, not really. Not really. And they may chuckle or something. They may find it weird that this is such a relevant topic, or something so relevant to the relationship and to where the relationship stands. But for you too, for you and your soulmate, it will be important. I'm getting something here. It's important for them to have someone that they can leave the matrix with, but also take accountability about the life they live. So I feel like they believe in living in a matrix, in corruption, they believe in conspiracies and things like that, but at the same time, they want to be as accountable as possible as breaking down that matrix and fighting against the consequences of corruption and mass production and things like that. So they're maybe not the type of person who would think that ecological crises are just another way of manipulating us. They would think, oh, there is actually really an ecological crisis, but they manipulate us not to care. They would be into that kind of conspiracy, if that makes sense. So I definitely see lots of conversation with this person. You will be mentally stimulated a lot. This relationship will be a lot about we inspire each other to think differently, we challenge each other. This relationship is just very, again, intellectual, very mental. And this relationship will change the both of you. And you will have to not only get used to the persons, to the people that you are separately when you come together. You will also have to adapt and compromise to the people you will be constantly changing into. So both of you are constantly on your own changing and evolving into new people, and you will have to constantly adapt to the new version of the other person. With the mutable energy, there is definitely traveling, again, definitely adventures. What kind of relationship will you two have? Let's see. House 11, the Aquarius house. So interesting. We have friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. So it's absolutely possible that you will meet a lot of new people through your soulmate. It's absolutely possible that you will love their friends and you will make a lot of friends through them. And I definitely see you like spending a lot of time in groups with other people. So yes, you enjoy each other's company, but you also enjoy being together with other people, like having fun in large groups. What kind of relationship will you two have? Maybe one last card. What kind of relationship will you two have? A sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Interesting. I like the combination of tension and flow because I think that that's what will make this relationship so exciting. It's like there's always a small challenge, there's always a small bit of tension between the two of you, but also excitement and like curiosity, exploring each other's minds all the time. And with the sextile, I think that you will definitely have good growth together. Like you will personally become better people by being together. Any dangers of the relationship that you need to be aware of? Oops. Versatility. At first, I think that you will resist being versatile with each other. But that's something that you will have to learn. Some of you may have a mutable North Node or North Node in a mutable house. Maybe in synastry, maybe in composite, when you combine each other's natal charts and you create a composite chart for like the chart of the relationship, maybe you have a mutable midheaven or mutable north node. So Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, midheaven or north node. This in a composite chart usually means that lots of compromises, lots of adaptability is required for both of you, and versatility. And we have the revolutionary, which, by the way, that's one of the key words describing Aquarius energy. You could have an Aquarius rising, as in the composite chart again of the relationship could have an Aquarius rising, so people will see you as two geeks who geek out together, basically, and have learned new nerdy things from each other. That's what I see here. But because this is something that you need to be aware of, with the revolutionary, be careful that this person lets any foundation underneath their feet crumble just because of one small thing. Sometimes this person may go on a quest of changing their entire life just for the sake of change and just for the sake of renovation. And when you're in a long-term committed relationship with someone, you can definitely keep the spark alive through different ways, but you can't, renovate your love life entirely, because you are with that same person every single day. So I'm telling you, commitment and believing in the value of staying together and not moving on to other people or just going off independently, that's something both of you, I think, will have to learn. And that's something both of you may struggle with mentally a little bit, wondering, what if I break up with this person to chase another dream, to chase another mountain to conquer, to go travel with my friends and be free and things like that. So freedom is very valuable for both of you, and you may struggle with the commitment part because of this. Let's see so here I have countries, letters, and numbers. So let's see, where could your soulmate potentially be from? Now, these countries that show up could be countries that you two will travel to together and they will be significant. Countries where you could potentially meet, or places, states, etc. It could be the country where the ancestry of this person, of your soulmate, is from, but maybe not exactly where they live, right? So, or it could be where they live. So, let's see. Oh, okay, I don't want to take these though. Kind of want to feel them out with my own hands. I'm gonna take quite a few. And one last. Okay. Let's see. We have Hawaii. Interesting. This person may love Hawaii. Maybe they've traveled there. We have Iraq, or Iraq, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. We have Estonia, some European country. We have Indiana, the US. We have the Czech Republic. We have China. We have Rhode Island. And we have the United Kingdom. Okay, that's quite a large area. They could be from any city from the United Kingdom, right? I kind of want to pull a couple more bio 3. I don't know. Okay, this one, one, and this one. We have Saudi Arabia. We have Colorado. And we have Thailand. Alright, so those are the potential places, countries that are significant about your soulmate. And now I'm going to give you intuitive letters that are coming through, because we have lots of A's, I've noticed. So the letter A could be significant about your soulmate. It could be part of their initials. The letter E, R, and the letter F is coming through as well. So these are letters I'm kind of getting just by looking at the cards, and the particular letters are just drawing my attention to them. And I'm seeing this person wearing lots of brown, white, green, lots of like beiges and browns, like colors associated with nature again. Pile 3, I forgot to see what does your person look like. So I'm going to put this, I think, at the end of your pile, and yeah, I hope you didn't click off. We'll see, I may insert it somewhere in between the reading that I did for your pile. So let's see, what does your soulmate look like? I kept intuitively getting someone with very sun-kissed skin, very tan skin, and I kept picking up on short brown or black hair. For this could be for men and women, but especially for men, if you're watching and you're interested in a man, especially in my vision of a man, I saw someone with short, curly, black or brown hair. I'm also seeing a woman with long black hair, wavy hair. If this is a woman, this is someone with very deep set eyes and strong brows. Yeah, there's a prominent brow here. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Four of Swords. I'm seeing someone quite short for some reason. What does your soulmate look like? Definitely someone wearing eyeglasses. Someone with a little scar on the side of their cheek, right where the cheekbone is. I see a little scar. It could be an acne scar, it could be some other scar, but there's a little scar there that I'm seeing in my mind's eye. What else, Spirit? What does your soulmate look like? They could have a tattoo on their collarbones or one collarbone, but I'm seeing the collarbones being significant. Maybe you love when they wear a necklace and their collarbones kind of stand out for some reason. Maybe that's just a very attractive feature that they have. Eight of Wands. I'm also seeing really pretty fingers and hands. Man or woman, I see like in both cases, this person has very beautiful hands. And that is again something that stands out. There's something particular about their hands that you will like. I'm also seeing freckles for some of you, freckles on the hands. For some of you, your soulmate has a younger sibling. For some of you, especially the long black-haired woman, she has cut her hair off, so it's shorter now and wavy. And for some of you, this could be someone with blue hair, or someone who has blue highlights in their hair. Again, man or woman. And this feels like it's someone close to your age. Maybe a little bit older, but relatively close to your age. And for some of you, this person, if they're a bit older already and their natural hair has grayed out and it's gray, I do see a man with gray hair, like just exactly as this person on the card looks like, because we have him twice. Gray hair, maybe sometimes slid back. Maybe sun-kissed, but pale. No, not pale. I mean, sun-kissed, but fair skin. That makes sense. Okay. Well, those are the people I see for you, pile 3, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. And please continue watching the end of your pile reading. So, pile 3, thank you so much for watching. I hope you resonated with this. In the extended portion of the reading, I will be pulling cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. And these cards are super interesting. We have like very specific symbols showing up, and I'm going to use those to see what synchronicities you may encounter around the time of meeting your soulmate. Also, in the extended portion, we will ask how the two of you are going to meet, when the two of you are going to meet, what is your soulmate's occupation, possibly, and what is the soul contract between the two of you, why are you coming together. So, this is all I'm getting for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. I hope this resonated. And I hope I'll see you in the extended portion. Until then, and if not, I will see you in my next big card.